Sheridan Lyonsverse. I am here again today. I want to talk about soul fusion, uh, and it is concerning sex. I know we don't talk about it a lot. We kind of do, but we don't. It's kind of low key, uh, you know, insinuated. But I want to talk about bonds of sex because sex was created as a bonding agent. God designed it that way, and He also put it in the boundaries of marriage. And He did that for a reason, specific reason, because according to His Word, when you have intercourse, you are actually intertwining your spirit, fusing your spirit with that of someone else's. The Bible says in Mark 10:8 and 9 that two become one. So when we interact sexually, we are actually fusing and bonding ourselves to that person. And the purpose behind that was to establish a marriage, to unite two people. We obviously today don't use it for that purpose, and anything not used for its purpose is either abused or perverted. I want to talk about the difference, first of all, between celibacy and abstinence. Uh, Celibacy is different from abstinence simply because when you are, some people take this as a vow to be celibate, that means that you will not be sexually active or marry. We know that sex is the consummation of marriage. So if you're not going to marry, obviously you're not going to have sex. Or if you're not going to have sex, obviously you're not going to marry. That is a vow that we know some people take. We have priests, we have nuns that take this vow. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's something of God, because in the Old Testament, God told priests who to marry. He didn't tell them not to marry. He just specifically told them who they were not to marry and who they were to marry. But He never forbade them to marry. That's something that men decided to take on themselves. And because they take it on themselves, and it's not something that God actually intended, a lot of them fail miserably at it. We know that there's a lot of child molestation in these sex or places where they're practicing, celibacy. And we know that there's a lot of perversion that is practiced, iniquity, hidden sin, because someone has openly said, hey, I'm gonna live a celibate life, knowing in their heart that they really don't want to. It's for outer show, for men to see, but God did not tell priests or anybody not to marry. As a matter of fact, that was His commandment, that you do marry. He created Adam and Eve. He gave Adam his wife. So that was His intention from the beginning, and He put sex in the bounds or boundaries of that union. I want to talk about a difference in what your soul looks like when you are, in fact, literally, really single. We have a lot of people that say they're single, yet they're sexually active, which literally means spiritually they're not single. Just physically, they haven't actually went through the marriage stage, but spiritually they've already done that, because marriage is a bonding agent, and that is the reason it was created. So this is what your soul looks like when you are really single, meaning you're all one. That's how Adam started out. He was all one. And then God removed the woman and made him two, but joined them back together spiritually and made them one again. So this is how you look when you are actually really single and not sexually active. What your soul looks like when you're actually married on the outward is similar. You still look like one, but even in the spirit, you still look like one. Mark 10:8 and 9. Two become one. That's how your spirit would look, even if you're married. Looks similar to being single, doesn't it? All one. Unit. One unit. United together. Okay. Now, let's look at what your soul looks like when you engage in sex with more than one person. And it looks something like this, because you have fused your spirit with all of these different spirits. That's the fusing of the soul fusion. So you've intertwined with all of these spirits, and your soul is literally carrying all of this, which would explain some of the turmoil that we go through in relationships.